In this podcast episode, Jordan Peterson and Chris Voss discuss negotiation and communication strategies, drawing from their experiences as a clinical psychologist and a former FBI hostage negotiator, respectively. They emphasize the importance of collaboration in negotiations and the need to establish a joint vision for a successful outcome. Voss highlights the concept of negotiating without a net, which involves approaching negotiations with an open mind and without being constrained by fear or limited alternatives. Voss shares a personal anecdote about a colleague who felt constrained by a job offer that was below his market value. Voss advised him to ask calibrated questions during the negotiation process to shift the focus from his lack of alternatives to his value and potential contributions to the organization. By reframing the conversation and demonstrating a willingness to learn and improve, the colleague could negotiate from a position of strength and confidence. Voss introduces the concept of creating psychological constructs to avoid taking oneself hostage in negotiations. By asking strategic questions and focusing on the value they bring to the table, individuals can overcome feelings of limitation and negotiate effectively. This approach allows negotiators to engage with curiosity, openness, and a commitment to finding mutually beneficial solutions. Peterson and Voss discuss the power of asking transformative questions during job interviews or negotiations. Voss suggests asking, "How can I be guaranteed to be involved in projects critical to the strategic future of this organization?" This question not only demonstrates a desire to contribute to the company's success, but also signals a willingness to take on responsibilities and challenges that align with the organization's goals. By shifting the focus to long-term collaboration and growth, negotiators can position themselves as valuable assets to the company. The conversation delves into the importance of meaningful engagement in negotiations and professional relationships. Peterson emphasizes the role of responsibility in pursuing opportunities and contributing to the broader vision of the organization. By demonstrating a proactive attitude, a clear understanding of the company's objectives, and a willingness to go above and beyond the specified job requirements, individuals can stand out as valuable team members. Collaborating with colleagues and superiors who share a common vision can lead to a more fulfilling and successful work environment. Peterson and Voss highlight the significance of perspicacity and intelligence in navigating negotiations and professional interactions. By bringing fresh perspectives, critical thinking, and a proactive approach to the table, individuals can add value to their teams and contribute to the overall success of the organization. The ability to anticipate challenges, identify opportunities, and communicate effectively is essential in building strong relationships and achieving mutual goals. The podcast also touches on the dynamics of adversarial relationships in the workplace. Peterson and Voss suggest that if a relationship with a boss or colleague is consistently adversarial and lacks collaboration, it may be time to reassess the situation. Recognizing when a working environment is not conducive to growth and mutual success can prompt individuals to explore other opportunities where their skills and contributions are valued. Voss emphasizes the importance of proactive listening, which involves anticipating the other person's needs and understanding their perspective. He highlights the value of establishing a relationship with the other party rather than focusing solely on selling a product or solution. By actively listening and empathizing with the other person, negotiators can build trust and create durable agreements that are mutually beneficial. Voss explains that active listening goes beyond just hearing words. It involves paying attention to tone of voice, body language, and emotional cues. By understanding the underlying emotions and motivations of the other party, negotiators can tailor their approach to address their needs effectively. This approach is based on the concept of tactical empathy, where negotiators seek to understand and validate the other person's feelings to build rapport and facilitate communication. Voss emphasizes the importance of negotiating durable solutions that will stand the test of time. By actively listening and understanding the other party's perspective, negotiators can identify potential obstacles and address them proactively. This proactive approach helps prevent misunderstandings and conflicts down the line, leading to more successful and lasting agreements. Voss also stresses the need for negotiators to focus on building relationships rather than simply closing deals. By establishing trust and rapport with the other party, negotiators can create a foundation for ongoing collaboration and mutual success. This relational approach to negotiation fosters long-term partnerships and positive outcomes for all parties involved. Voss introduces the Black Swan method, a collection of emotional intelligence skills derived from FBI hostage negotiation techniques. These skills are designed to help negotiators navigate complex and high-pressure situations by leveraging empathy, active listening, and strategic communication. Black swans are pieces of information that can change the course of a negotiation. The method emphasizes the importance of understanding the other party's emotions and motivations to reach mutually beneficial agreements. The Black Swan method consists of proactive listening tools that enable negotiators to gather information, establish rapport, and address potential obstacles effectively. The tools include doing your research, mapping out an effective negotiation strategy, looking for black swans, being aware of your own black swans, observing the other person's body language and tone of voice, and keeping a black swan in your pocket. By applying these tools in negotiations, negotiators can build trust, diffuse conflicts, and create durable solutions that meet the needs of all parties involved. The method is grounded in the principles of emotional intelligence and relational communication, emphasizing the value of empathy and understanding in successful negotiations. Voss highlights the significance of proactive listening in both personal and professional interactions. He explains that by actively listening and understanding the other person's point of view, one can establish a strong connection and achieve mutually beneficial outcomes. Proactive listening involves observing verbal and nonverbal cues, mirroring the other person's words, paraphrasing their perspective, and asking calibrated questions to uncover their motivations and fears. Voss outlines several skills that are essential for proactive listening. These include verbal observation, mirroring, paraphrasing, summarizing, and asking calibrated questions. Verbal observation involves acknowledging the other person's emotions or hesitations. Mirroring entails repeating a few words of what the other person said to show understanding. Paraphrasing helps in summarizing the other person's perspective, while summarizing allows for aligning both parties on the same page. Calibrated questions, such as what and how questions, are designed to prompt the other person to think deeply about their motivations and fears. Voss discusses the importance of addressing conflicts and difficult conversations head-on. He suggests that avoiding conflict or delaying discussions can lead to prolonged suffering and resentment. By using proactive listening skills, individuals can navigate challenging situations effectively and prevent conflicts from escalating. He encourages individuals to confront issues, negotiate compelling solutions, and avoid the trap of inaction that can lead to long-term consequences. Voss emphasizes the significance of aligning core values in relationships and negotiations. He advises individuals to seek out collaborations with those who share similar values and goals. By understanding the other person's perspective and motivations, one can determine whether a long-term partnership is feasible and mutually beneficial. He suggests that it is better to sever ties with individuals or organizations that do not align with one's core values, as it can lead to a more productive and fulfilling relationship elsewhere. In discussions about fear and resistance, Voss highlights the role of fear as a motivating factor in decision-making. He encourages individuals to explore their fears and obstacles in order to address them effectively. By asking questions about what the other person is afraid of, one can gain insight into their motivations and concerns. He suggests that understanding and addressing fears can help in overcoming resistance and moving towards a positive resolution. Section 4. In the podcast, Jordan Peterson interviews Chris Voss, an expert negotiator and author of the book Never Split the Difference. The conversation delves into the art of negotiation, the importance of listening, the role of truth versus deception in negotiations, and the significance of establishing relationships based on mutual goals. The conversation also touches upon the role of truth versus deception in negotiations. Voss firmly believes that deception is never a good strategy as it can damage credibility and lead to negative outcomes. He emphasizes the importance of integrity and honesty in negotiations, stating that people want to know that they are dealing with a straight shooter who will tell them the truth, even if it is difficult. By maintaining integrity and avoiding deception, negotiators can build trust and foster stronger relationships with the other party. While goals are essential in negotiations, Voss and Peterson discuss the potential limitations of goal setting. Voss suggests that goals should be seen as provisional and flexible, allowing room for better opportunities to emerge. He proposes the idea of exceeding one's goals as a way to approach negotiations, aiming for outcomes that go beyond initial expectations and lead to greater success in the long run. By focusing on exceeding goals rather than simply meeting them, negotiators can open themselves up to new possibilities and better outcomes. Lastly, Peterson and Voss delve into the topic of motivation and success. They explore how individuals are driven by a sense of duty and conscience to pursue their goals and achieve success. Voss shares insights into his own background and experiences, highlighting the importance of staying true to one's values and principles in order to navigate challenges and achieve success in negotiations and life in general.